I heard of 3 individuals in 3 different states losing their positions this week, and that bothered me a bit. 2 of them I'd worked with on and off over the last year. All 3 were right at that year mark in their positions, and each believed that they had found their long-term, if not their retire-from, organization. What struck me as odd was that as all 3 shared their thoughts with me, each used the word comfortable when explaining what had happened. 2 of them stated they had messed up, quit paying attention to their tardiness, probably had gotten a little laxed in regards to the rules and procedures. One even mentioned he had quit thinking of or being focused on safety to the degree that he should have. The third guy, although admitting he'd fallen into routines and probably fell into the drama the breakroom can expose us all to, he felt like, him being a long-term employee, now he'd been working there for about 14 months, he felt that he should have been given another chance. Now all 3 shared that they had been spoken with at least 2 times or had a couple of coachings in their file on attendance, tardiness, and I think one of them had been coached on gossiping or speaking about others' personal lives in the workplace. Like I said earlier, all 3 had said something like I had gotten too comfortable at work, and one added the thought or word complacent to me. So today, I'd like to talk about something every warehouse professional will experience at some point in their career: comfort. Now, don't get me wrong, being comfortable in what we do isn't necessarily bad. It can mean we've mastered our craft, we've gained confidence, and we can get through our task with efficiency and ease. But here's the catch: being too comfortable can be dangerous. It can slow us down, cloud our judgment, dull our attention to safety, and even limit our growth. In the light industrial world, in warehousing, production, manufacturing, distribution, and transportation, we depend on routine. But routine, if not managed with purpose, can quietly become complacency. And complacency is what costs people their jobs. It can affect our safety, and sometimes even our careers. Being comfortable in our job means you know your equipment, your process, and your role. You're confident in your ability to perform your duties safely and efficiently. You're reliable. You've earned that comfort through experience, repetition, and effort. But complacent? That's when we may stop paying attention. We start cutting corners because we've done it 1,000 times. We stop double-checking our surroundings. We stop asking questions or looking for ways to improve. Complacency feels a lot like comfort, but the difference is small and dangerous. One helps us grow, the other quietly holds us back. When we first start a new job, we're alert and focused. Everything is new. We're learning procedures, meeting coworkers, and trying to make a strong impression. We check our pallet jack twice before using it. We double-check labels, counts, and load sheets. We want to get it right. Then time passes. A few months in, we've learned the ropes. A year or 2 in, we can do it with our eyes closed, and that's when the risk can creep in. It's human nature. We settle into patterns, but in our world, that pattern can dull our edge. Productivity may hold steady, but initiative fades. We stop asking why and just focus on how. That's when opportunity starts passing us by. Those same people who started after us might start moving ahead, taking the lead or trainer positions while we've quietly stayed in the same spot, stuck in our routine. It's just a fact. In warehousing and operations, growth rewards attention. The person still learning, still questioning, still improving, that's the person who gets noticed, especially by the frontline management team. From an operational view, complacency costs companies more than most realize. Take safety, for instance. A comfortable but inattentive operator is more likely to have a preventable accident. Maybe a forklift operator forgets to sound the horn at an intersection. Maybe a selector doesn't double-check their pallet cube or height and ends up tipping a load. Or maybe a loader forgets to secure a pallet or bulkhead, load bar, or E-strap because I've done this 1,000 times. All it takes is one overlooked detail to turn a good shift into an accident report. Operationally, being complacent can cost in other ways too. Decreased productivity. We may stop pushing for efficiency. Quality issues, incorrect counts, wrong product being pulled or loaded, or labeling errors. Oh, and my biggie, missed opportunities. We may stop volunteering for new tasks or training because of the old, it's not my job mindset. When a team becomes too comfortable, improvement stalls, and that affects the entire operations performance metrics, from cases per hour to on-time percentages and our throughput. Here's a truth that surprises people new to the warehouse. Being comfortable should never be our goal. I feel our goal should be competence, growth, and professionalism. Now, comfort feels good, but it's temporary. The industry changes. Technology keeps coming. Slotting systems, scanners, dispatch software, powered equipment, and safety protocols evolve. If we're standing still, we're actually falling behind or backing up. Every professional, from a general laborer to a supervisor, has to fight against that natural drift towards comfort. We could be comfortable in school, but this is work. It's our career. Our light industrial environment rewards adaptability. The person who keeps learning, stays alert, and remains teachable, that's the person management turns to when opportunities open up. I jotted down a couple of examples to help us relate. We've all probably seen something like these before. First up, let's talk about Jake. Jake's been running a stand-up forklift for 7 years. He's good, reliable, fast, and safe. But over time, he stopped inspecting his equipment thoroughly and turning in his pre-shift report. It's always fine, he says. One morning, a hydraulic line finally gave out mid-shift. It could have been caught during a pre-shift inspection, but now there's downtime, a spill, and an incident report. Jake's not a bad operator, he just got too comfortable. Next up, and I'm sure we all know an order selector like this. Lisa started off strong, top in her productivity, always hitting her targets. But after 2 years, she's in the middle of the pack now. She's not unsafe, she's just on autopilot. She has stopped looking for faster ways or asking for feedback. When a new voice pick system is introduced, she struggles to adjust. Her comfort zone didn't prepare her for change. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see. Here's a supervisor thought. Mike's been leading his crew for years. He's respected, dependable, but he stopped holding pre-shift safety talks. They already know the routine, he figures. But the team's focus starts slipping. More mispicks, more near misses. His leadership didn't fail overnight, it faded quietly with comfort. Each of these examples show how comfort quietly steals excellence, and excellence is what keeps us employable, promotable, and respected by our peers and management team. In our industry, safety and comfort often conflict. The safer we feel, the less cautious we can become. Ever notice that most injuries don't happen on someone's first week? They happen after 6 months to a year, when they've stopped worrying and started feeling at home. That's why the best companies emphasize retrain and refresher courses and daily safety talks. They're not reminders for the new boots, they're reminders for the veterans. It's easy to forget that even our daily task and equipment can surprise us. When we get too comfortable, we may skip our PPE because it's just a quick task. We may not report a small near miss. We don't question a shortcut we see someone else take. Each of these moments chips away at our safety culture. A strong safety record doesn't come from fear. It comes from respect of that culture. Respect for the job, the process, and the risks that never go away no matter how long we've been there. Let's look at it from a career point of view. If we've been in the same position for years, doing good work but never stepping forward, that's a warning sign. Our world offers tons of opportunities for us if we want them, like trainer, equipment or machine operator, a lead or quality auditor, dispatcher, supervisor, safety coordinator, or any of the 100 other positions that we've talked about. But those opportunities go to the people who show hunger, who ask to learn new systems, shadow other departments, or volunteer for cross-training. Getting too comfortable means we stop standing out. Managers notice engagement. They notice effort. When they're deciding who to promote, they look for the person still growing, not the one who's just coasting or comfortable. In today's operations, especially with technology driving change, being static is the fastest way to become replaceable. Comfort resists change. Growth embraces it. So how do we balance the two? Because let's be honest, we should feel confident and comfortable enough to perform our jobs efficiently and safely. The key is to stay sharp, focused, and professional. We need to keep learning. Ask to cross-train. Remember how I'm always pushing to learn the task before and after our own? Learn how another department works. Understand the bigger picture of the operation. Stay engaged. Don't just complete your checklist for each shift. Look for ways to improve it. Seek feedback. Even when you think you've mastered your job, ask your supervisor what you could do better. Oh, and I put a star by this bullet point. Challenge yourself. Try to improve your personal metrics. Maybe shave a few seconds off a task while keeping it safe and accurate. And be involved in safety. Speak up during toolbox talks. Report near misses and mentor the newer teammates. And maybe the most important after safety is to avoid autopilot mode. Every shift, remind yourself, I'm a professional. Treat each day as a new opportunity to perform, not just another day to get through. And I'm going to throw this one out there to mentor someone. Teaching others keeps our own knowledge sharp. It forces us to stay current and mindful. Now, comfort is fine as long as we remain aware that comfort is temporary. The warehouse will evolve whether we evolve with it or not. And from a management or leadership perspective, one of the hardest things to combat is employee complacency. Supervisors see it all the time. The dependable worker who stops growing, the veteran who doesn't want to attend training, or the daily startups, or the team that stops listening because they've heard it all before. The best leaders handle it through being visible and accessible, walking the floor, recognizing good work and asking for ideas, and offering cross-training opportunities, keeping employees challenged with new skills. Then most importantly, celebrating effort, not just output, rewarding curiosity and initiative just as much as productivity. A comfortable team is stable, but an engaged team is unstoppable. Now let's take this out of the warehouse for a second. Last week we talked about leadership in our lives, both personally and professionally. I think we can become comfortable and complacent in both. So let's mention it here as well real quick. In life, comfort can be just as tricky, whether it's a relationship, finances, or personal goals. When we stop striving, we start slipping backwards or risking becoming complacent. Just like at work, every day we show up, we're either building momentum or losing it. As professionals, our confidence should come from our ability to adapt, not from the idea that we've got it all figured out. The moment we think we've learned everything we need to know, that's when we stop being professionals and start being passengers. Comfort is earned. It's the reward for experience, for showing up every day, learning, adapting, and performing. But it should never be the destination. In our world, the light industrial, warehousing, and logistics world, things move fast. Processes evolve, expectations shift, and technology keeps pushing us to do more, safer, faster, and smarter. So the next time you walk into work, Ask yourself, am I growing? Am I staying sharp? Am I still curious? Those are 3 questions I ask myself each Monday morning. Well, I think I found a stopping point for today. Thanks for visiting with us here at Warehouse and Operations as a Career. I'm Marty, and until next time, remember that every shift is a new opportunity to prove not just that you can do the job, but that you are the best of the best. Stay safe, stay alert, and stay engaged out there.